Have you ever felt completely stuck, like you're fighting an invisible battle against yourself every single day? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that feeling, figure out exactly what it is, and, more importantly, how to break free from it. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to put a name to that invisible struggle, what we're calling internal friction. Then we'll expose the culprit, something called the perception prison. We'll look at how it traps us in a loop, and then discover the part of you that was never trapped to begin with. And finally, we'll get super practical with 3 simple ways to start living in that freedom.
All right, let's kick things off with a feeling that's probably all too familiar. The strange, unseen battle that it feels like we're constantly fighting against ourselves.
I mean, really think about it. It's that feeling when you know what you want to do. You've got the best intentions, but some part of you just won't cooperate. It's like you're trying to drive a car with one foot on the gas and the other slammed on the brake. It's frustrating, it's confusing, and it's exhausting.
And these are the classic signs, right? It's not always a big dramatic explosion. Sometimes it's just this quiet, constant resistance humming in the background. It's that feeling of being on autopilot, just going through the motions. And here's the kicker. You can end a day having done almost nothing, but feel totally wiped out. Why? Because you spent all your energy in that invisible tug of war with yourself.
Now, this is maybe the most important thing you'll hear today. If any of that resonated with you, it is not because you are lazy or broken or undisciplined. This isn't a character flaw. You're just experiencing the result of a system, a structure that's working exactly the way it was designed to. Feeling stuck is a feature, not a bug. So if it's not a personal failure, then what on earth is it? Let's get into our next section and meet the prime suspect behind all this internal friction. We call this system the perception prison. And it's the perfect name for it, isn't it? It's an invisible cage built from the very wiring of your own mind. But here's the crazy part. The bars on this cage aren't made of steel. They're made out of your own attention, your own focus. Your energy is literally what keeps the walls standing.
And this table just lays it all out so clearly. The way we experience this system feels intensely personal. We tell ourselves, I'm just lazier, I have no willpower. But from the system's perspective, it's just a design feature. That feeling of being broken is really just our ancient survival-focused brain running on some seriously outdated software, trying its best to be efficient. So how did this even happen? Well, think of it like this. Millennia ago, our brain's hardware was built for one thing and one thing only: survival. It had to be fast, not necessarily right. It looked for danger everywhere. Then when we were kids, our family and culture installed the first software, our beliefs about ourselves and the world. The problem is, now we're trying to use that ancient hardware and that outdated software to navigate the ridiculously complex world of today. It's a total mismatch. Okay, so we've got this mismatch system running in the background, but how does it actually keep us trapped day in and day out? Let's look at how this prison actually operates. It runs on a simple but powerful self-reinforcing loop. And it's so beautifully simple, which is why it's so effective. It all starts with a belief. Let's say you believe, I'm not good enough. That belief acts like a searchlight, and it tells your attention where to point. So you start looking for, and finding, all the evidence that you're not good enough. Your perception then delivers that proof right back to you, which just makes the original belief even stronger. It's a perfect closed circuit. This example is just perfect. Someone gets a great opportunity, a promotion. You'd think they'd be excited, right? But no. Their core belief, I'm not capable, filters that good news, and what comes out the other side is pure anxiety. They start acting hesitant, maybe they self-sabotage a little, and before you know it, their reality confirms their belief. They can say to themselves, see, I knew I couldn't handle it.
The loop has done its job perfectly.
Now we are about to make the most important turn in this whole conversation, because after looking at this automatic, predictable machine, a really interesting question comes up, a question that changes the entire game.
Seriously, just pause for a second and consider this. If you are all that mental chatter, all the emotional drama, the whole program, then who is it that's aware of it? Who is the one that has been watching this whole show your entire life? Who hears the critical voice in your head, but isn't the voice itself? This is such a powerful way to see it. All this time, you've probably thought you were the weather, the stormy thoughts, the passing clouds of emotion. But you're not. You're the sky. You're the vast, open, silent space in which all that weather happens. A hurricane can pass through, but it never ever hurts the sky. And this, right here, is the master key. This is it. You are not the program running on the computer. You are the one looking at the screen. That simple shift in identity, from being the thoughts to being the one who notices the thoughts, that little bit of space is the first breath of true freedom. So now that we've found this quiet, observant part of ourselves, this inner sky, how do we actually live from that place? Let's get down to brass tacks. We're going to look at 3 very real, very practical ways to start unlocking the prison door. Now, the cool thing about these 3 practices is that they're not about fighting the old system. You can't win by fighting it. That just gives it more of your energy. Instead, this is about gently and quietly withdrawing your belief in it. We're going to tweak our language, aim our focus, and start asking some good questions. Okay, practice number 1. This is so simple, but it is a total game changer. It's all about your internal language. Instead of saying, I am anxious, which makes it sound like anxiety is your entire identity, you shift to, I notice a feeling of anxiety arising. Can you feel the difference? You're no longer the feeling, you're the one watching it pass by. Number 2 is all about taking back control of your superpower, your attention. Think about it. Whatever you focus on grows. So instead of staring at your insecurities all day, trying to fix them, which is basically like watering a weed, you deliberately withdraw your attention from that and place it on what you do want. You look for the smallest shred of evidence of your own courage or kindness, and you put your focus there. You water that seed. And the final practice is to take one of those core limiting beliefs, like, I need to make everyone happy, and just get curious about it. You don't argue with it, you just ask these simple questions. Is it really true? What's it like when I live my life believing this? And the big one, who would I be if I didn't have this thought? This process doesn't give you a new belief, it just helps the old one dissolve. And this is how it all starts. The journey out of the prison doesn't begin with some huge dramatic escape plan. It begins with one single quiet moment. One moment where you catch the machine running. One moment where you notice a thought and you just don't grab onto it. That's the whole thing. It all starts with one. So I want to leave you with this final thought to carry with you. Don't try to answer it right away. Just let the question do its work. What is one single, foundational belief about who you are that you've always treated as an undeniable fact, but that you might just be willing to consider as a story? The space it opens up when you ask that question, that's where the freedom is.